Okay, so let us start. Okay, very good afternoon to all. Let us start. So, next problem we will be discussing in this problem if power is given, RPM is given, and how to proceed for this calculation of module based on this. And then in one of the problem we will go for calculation of if check for design. If all calculation is there, how we will be calculating the factor of safety based on this. So, let us proceed for a problem. So, what is given? It is required to design a pair of spur gears with 20-degree full depth involved teeth based on the Lewis equation. The velocity factor is to be used to account for the dynamic load. So velocity factor method is suggested to account for the dynamic load condition. And then the pinion shaft connected to a 10 kilowatt 1440 RPM motor. The starting torque of the motor is 150% of the rated torque. The speed reduction is 4 to 1. The speed reduction is 4 to 1. The pinion as well as the gears made up of plain carbon steel 40C8. SUT is given. The factor of safety can be taken as 1.5. Design the gears, specify their dimension, and suggest the suitable hardness. So this is the problem. Now let us write down what is given and then we will proceed further based on this. So what is given in this case? So it is required to design a pair of spur gear 20-degree full depth involved system teeth. So alpha is equal to 20 degree. The velocity factor is used to account for the dynamic load. So I will say we have to use the velocity factor method. The pinion shaft connected to a 10 kilowatt. So here power to be transmitted kilowatt is directly given as 10 and 1440 RPM. So pinion is connected. NP is equal to 1440 RPM. Then the starting torque of the motor is 150% of the rated torque. It is nothing but the service factor given. I will say here service factor as 1.5. The starting torque. So service factor is nothing but the starting torque divided by rated torque. So 150% means CS is equal to 1. The speed reduction is given as 4 to 1. The speed reduction velocity ratio, whatever, let us I will denote it by I. So I will write it as 4 to 1. The pinion as well as gear made up of plain carbon steel and the ultimate tensile strength of the material SUT is equal to 600 Newton per mm square. Okay, the factor of safety can be taken as 1.5. So I will say FS is equal to 1.5. Design the gear, specify their dimensions and suggest a suitable hardness for the gear. Now design the gears. So what is asked in this case? So I will say design the gears means we will be first calculating the module. Then based on the module, I can calculate the face width and I can calculate the DP and ZP, diameter of pinion. Then I will calculate the diameter of gear. These are the different things we will calculate. It all comes under the design of gears. This all comes under design of gears. Then next, specify their dimensions. These all dimensions I will go for. and select a suitable hardness. So BHN is also asked. We have to calculate the BHN. So this is the given data. I will give you time of 1 minute. Just write down. Then we will proceed further. In this case, the number of teeth are not given. So I will assume the number of teeth as 18 for 20-degree full depth involute system. Okay, let us proceed further. A very interesting problem. So whatever two problems we have discussed, this is quite different. So let us understand first what are the different steps that we will be using while calculating this module. So based on the given what we have written. So very first I will, these are the steps, I will give you steps and then I will assume and we will proceed further. So we have to go for here. This is the additional slide. This is just for your information. What are the different steps that I will be using for calculation of this module? So steps number one, I will calculate kilowatt is given. So by using formula, I will calculate the rated torque. No problem here. So after rated torque calculation, I will calculate PT. Module is not given. Therefore, my PT will be in terms of module. Number three, I will go for SB calculation, beam strength. Again, my beam strength will be in terms of module, or rather I will say module square. So in terms of module, I will say square is the different part. Number four, I will go for P effective calculation. P effective also I will put CSPT by CV in the preliminary stages of gear design. It is given that use the velocity factor method. Therefore, I will use the CSPT divided by CV as PT in terms of module. Therefore, this also will be in terms of module only. So I will write down in terms of module. Step number 5. Now SW is not given. We have to calculate the BHN. Therefore, only by considering SB, I will write down SB is equal to P effective into FS, factor of safety. So this is in terms of module. This is in terms of module. You will get the answer for module in the step number 5. And if you will get module, then step number 6, or in the same step, you can see that different dimensions like module, then face width, then I can say diameter for pinion, and I can say pitch circle diameter for gear. So these all things you can easily calculate if you are having module. So this is the methodology or procedure, rather I say, for this calculation. And after module you calculate, one thing more is asked, that is how you will calculate surface hardness. So surface hardness, I will say SW is equal to B Q dp K. So B we will calculate in the dimensions, Q I can calculate, dp I will calculate in the dimensions. For the K, it will be in terms of BHN. So BHN will remain here unknown. I don't have the value of ESW. So I will write down ESW is equal to P effective into FS. So we can calculate P effective. We are having the value of P effective. So we can calculate P effective, and into FS I will go for. So in this case, you can say P effective I can calculate. FS is given because here is the formula for P effective. And ESW also I have calculated in terms of BHN. So by substituting all the values, you can easily able to calculate the value of BHN. This is the very, I can say, simple terminology for calculation of this. And let us proceed step by step for calculation of this particular. So first assume number of teeth are not given. So I will assume that number of teeth for 20-degree full depth involute system, you can assume 15, 20. So I will assume here assume ZP number of teeth on pinion as 18 for 20-degree. It is mentioned that our gears, if you read the problem, it is mentioned that 20-degree full depth involute system. So I can say here for a 20-degree full depth involute system. So I can assume 20 or 18. Here I have assumed ZP as 18. Then if I will assume ZP, then I can calculate ZG also. I am having the one relation or formula I can say for this. So I will write down this ratio I is equal to ZG divided by ZP. Okay, the ratio is given as 4. Therefore, I will write down ZG is equal to 4 into 18. It is nothing but ZG is equal to 72. So 4:1 ratio is given. So I can use the relation, and this I is equal to ratio is equal to ZG by ZP. Therefore, ZG will become I into ZP. So 4 into 18. So I will say it as 72. Now let us proceed for detail solving the numerical. So I will write down here as per our procedure. Step number 1, I will write down. So here module we are calculating. For this module, the step number 1 will be rated torque or torque to be transmitted. Torque to be transmitted. So write down this formula for this. MT is equal to 60 into 10 raised to 6 kilowatt divided by 2 pi NP. So if I will put all the values here, 60 into 10 raised to 6 into power given 10 kilowatt divided by 2 pi NP RPM, I will say 1440. Let us check what is given. RPM 1440 and power 10. So if I will substitute all the values, I will easily get the value of MT is equal to, you will get the answer in Newton millimeter. What is the answer for torque to be transmitted, MT? Anyone please reply. MT the answer of rated torque or torque to be transmitted by substituting all the values, you will get answer as 66.31 into 10 raised to 3 Newton millimeter. So I have written in Newton millimeter. I will say 66.31 into 10 raised to 3. Okay, so this I will use for further calculation. This is your EMT calculation. Now I will go for step number 2. I will write it as static load in bracket PT. So I can calculate PT as PT is equal to twice EMT divided by dP. So I will write it as twice EMT divided by dP is nothing but M into ZP. So I will calculate PT as 2 into MT 66.31 into 10 raised to 3 divided by M into 18. So you will get answer as so I will write down PT is equal to something divided by module. So what is that? You will get it as 37368. So 7368. Okay, 7368 divided by module. So I will write down PT is equal to 7368 divided by module. So this is the second step. We have calculated PT in terms of module. Okay, now step number 3. Step number 3, beam strength. Again, you will get the answer in terms of module only. So I will write down here SB is equal to MB sigma B Y. MB sigma B Y. See here Y value. Okay, some given things are there. So Y value I have not mentioned. Y value from this chart. Y for 18 number of teeth I can take from the chart. So I will say very first Y for 18 number of teeth is equal to 0.308. So if this is the Y value, I will say yes, B is equal to M. What is face width? Let us assume that face width is equal to 10 times of module. So I will write down M into 10 times of module into sigma B 600 divided by 3 SUT divided by 3. Now this is the third problem. I have mentioned the value directly into 0.308. So module face width is 10 times of module. Then sigma B is SUT divided by 3. So you will get SB is equal to module square will be there. So what is the answer? Into module square. SB is equal to 616. So I will write down here 616 module square. This is not meter square, and don't get confused. You are writing and after some time you feel that it is a meter square. So for no confusion will be there, I have left some space and purposefully I will write down here the unit for this is Newton. So mention it in Newton so that there will be not confusion that what is that EM. It is module square. Okay. Okay, let us proceed further. Next is step number 4. I will say it as effective load. Effective load calculation. So I will write down the formula for this particular effective load calculation. P effective is equal to CSPT divided by CV. CSPT divided by CV. CS value is given 1.5. PT value we have calculated in terms of module. Let us go for CV value. So here no module is given, so we cannot use pi dpnp velocity formula for V. Pi dpnp divided by 16 to 10 raised to 3. We are not having dp, we are not having module. So in this case, it is either given, or if it is not given, you have to assume that velocity. So let us assume it may be, in many times it is given that assume velocity in the preliminary stages as v is equal to 5 meters per second. If I will assume v5, then my CV formula will become 3 upon 3 plus v. So I will say 3 upon 3 plus 5. So my CV will become 0.0.375. My CV will become 0.375. So if I substitute all the values, P effective is equal to TS 1.5 into PT. What we have calculated as PT? 7368 divided by M. So 7368, like this I will write down, divided by M, like this, and again divided by CV. So 0.375. 0.375. So if I calculate this P effective divided by module, here Newton, and you will get here one value. What is that value? This is your answer for P effective. What is the value for this P effective? Pm will be at denominator, so 1.5 into 7368 divided by 0.375. You will get some answer. So P effective is equal to something divided by module. So what is that answer? P effective is equal to, so I will write, okay, so you write here 29.43, 44, 47, 46, whatever answer you will get, into 10 raised to 3, I will say. 29.46 into 10 raised to 3 M Newton. So this is your answer. Now in this case, no chance for calculation of wear strength. As BHN is not given, we have to calculate BHN. Therefore here we can directly go for equating. So in this case, I will go for proceed for now. Equating. So I will say here step number 5. Okay, we are having relation SB is equal to P effective into Fs, SW is equal to P effective into Fs. So in this case, only SB is there. I will write down SB is equal to P effective into Fs. If in any of the other problem, you will calculating SB and SW, both are in terms of module, then compare whichever is lesser and then take that value. For this problem, no SW, therefore only SB. So I will say here 616 module square is equal to 29.46 into 10 raised to 3 divided by module into 1.5. So substitute values, you will get M cube is equal to something, and you tell me directly answer for module. Module is equal to, you will get here answer for module you will convert module cube is equal to 29.46 into 10 raised to 3 into 1.5 divided by 616. You, if you want to simplify, you can go for this step also, no problem. So 29.46 into 10 raised to 3 into 1.5 divided by 616. This will be your module cube. And finally, you will arrive at module is equal to answer 4.156. Any other? 4.155. Okay, 4.155, 4.156 in millimeter. So this is your answer. Now there is a series, choice number 1 and choice number 2. So standard series, I will write down here, from preferred series, choice 1. So the module, it is not 4. So we have to round up to next digit. And for rounding up also, there are choice 1 and choice 2, two different series. I will show you that chart also. So here, that module, I will round up it as module is equal to next number is 5 millimeters. So that your all other answers for DP, face width, etc., that all will be in number, no decimal. So rounding up this module. So this is your answer for module. In this way, module is required to be calculated. Now, if I want to write here the dimensions for the gear, it is asked calculate design the gear, then dimension. I will say here you write in full module M is equal to 5 millimeters. We have assumed face width. Face width B is equal to 10 times of module is equal to 50 millimeters. And what is next? PCD for pinion and PCD for gear. So you can write down here each circle diameter of pinion, comma, DP is equal to MZP is equal to 5 into 18 is equal to 90 millimeters. Then further next I will say PCD of gear is equal to DG MZG 5 into 72 is equal to 360 millimeters. So if you compare this, these are the all dimensions. So design the gear pair and write all dimensions. So all means these are nothing but the basic dimensions required for design of any gear. So design the gear, specify their dimension and suggest a suitable surface hardness. Now let us proceed. We have arrived up to this by using this. We have calculated the dimensions. Now next step is calculation of BHN. So we have to now proceed for BHN calculation. Step number 6, or it is complete separate point. You write down what is asked, BHN calculation. So I will give you the hint for this, how to proceed. We are having some formula that SW is equal to BQ dpk. SW is equal to BQ dpk. So let us proceed further and substituting any one, starting one value, substituting in this. So we are having B value I will write down here for understanding purpose once more. So B is equal to 50 millimeter. Q, the ratio factor, it is nothing but twice ZG divided by ZG plus ZP. So yeah, I will write 2 into 72 divided by 72 plus 18. What is my Q value? If you calculate this Q value, answer for Q this, it is 1.6. So this Q value, your value will be here 1.6 Q. Then dP, we have already calculated dP 90 millimeter. K value, K is equal to 0.16 into BHN divided by 100 bracket square. So I will write down SW is equal to B Q 1.6, BP 90 and K 0.16 into BHN divided by 100 bracket square. So now I will get I want the answer like this. Yes, W is equal to something into BHN divided by 100 bracket square. Assume this as equation number 1. So just to multiply the product and tell me value. Yes, W is equal to BHN divided by 100, that bracket square I have kept as it is. Just to multiply the other things and tell me the value what it will be. 1152. Okay, very good. So it is 1152. So I will write down here the value as 1152. So this is my SW value. This is my SW value in terms of BHN. I have to calculate the BHN now. Okay. Then next equation I will use, which I am having as SW is equal to P effective into FS. So next equation I will use, I am having SW is equal to P effective into factor of safety. So now SW I will put the value as 1152 into BHN divided by 100 bracket square is equal to, I am having P effective. What is the value of P effective? It is nothing but CSPT divided by CV. Okay, so we can calculate separately or we can go for combined calculation also. So I am having value for P effective. See here, P effective value 29.46 into 10 raised to 3 divided by module. We are having, or we have calculated the value. So I will write down 29.46 into 10 raised to 3 P effective. You can calculate separately. I am combining the steps. 29.46 into 10 raised to 3 divided by, what is the module? We have already calculated, 5 mm into factor of safety. Value of factor of safety is 1.5. So substitute all the values. Only unknown is BHN. You can easily calculate the value of BHN. One of the other thing you can do is calculate the P effective separately and then go for equating. So one of the additional thing you can do in this case is you can calculate this particular P effective value separately, then it will become more easy. So from what I have taken the value of P effective, in the last slide only P effective is equal to P here. Now I am highlighting here from this equation, P effective is equal to. So from this equation only I have taken, and now I am proceeding for BHN. So anybody please BHN value? What is anybody else? Hey, 3040. Calculate accurately. See, some different answers you are giving. Okay, so let us proceed for, can we go for P effective calculation then? Because you are giving some different answers. Can we go for then P effective calculation? Once again, repeat the values. Once again. Value for BHN once again. Whatever your value put, no problem. See, otherwise what we have to go for? I will take this P effective as 29.46 into 10 raised to 3 divided by module. So I will take here. We have not gone for check for design, but whether the substituting module value, we can check whether the dimensions are right. So we are not going for that. Directly by using P effective value, we are checking. So what is your approximate value? 276, 277. Put the values fast. Someone is saying 303 or 309. Fast. Okay, 276, 277. Okay. So any other? So if your value is, for example, assume 276 or 277, it is generally prescribed in terms of the number of 10. So you have to round up. If your value is 276 or 277, that is different. But you have to round up this value in multiples of 10. So if I want to assume, for example, I will give you here highlight. So if your value is 276, if your value is 277, 75, these values will be rounded as 280. These values will be rounded at 280. So this is your the BHN case. Okay. So we have not gone for check for design for this problem. If we will go for a check for design, then whatever module we have calculated, we will put our module value in terms of PT. Then we will calculate V value actually. Then we will calculate CV. Then we will calculate P effective, and then we will go for BHN. In this case, there are chances that your BHN value may differ to some extent. So this is based on whatever assumptions and whatever the formula we have used. The value is based on this. So in this way, we can easily calculate the Brinell hardness number value. So in this way, we will calculate the module if the power to be transmitted is given based on the first assumption data that we have calculated rated torque, then we have calculated static load in terms of module, then we have calculated beam strength in terms of module, then we have calculated effective load in terms of module. So in this way, we have calculated module face width and different dimensions like pitch circle diameter for pinion, pitch circle diameter for gear. This we have written, and then we have gone for the BHN calculation based on whatever module we have achieved. So in this way, the module is required to be calculated and the BHN is also required to be calculated.